Archangel Michael says, "The night you thought would close in silence will open with thunder in your spirit." The calm you expected is only the mask of something greater, for a truth hidden in shadows is preparing to break through the air around you. You are standing on the edge of a revelation that will not wait for tomorrow, because it is tied to the very fabric of your destiny. The quiet moments you planned will unravel into a storm of divine whispers, pulling you into places you did not know you could walk. Every heartbeat tonight carries a vibration that is different, heavier, more alive with anticipation. A secret that has been buried for too long is trembling at the edge of exposure, ready to shock you in ways you could not prepare for. There are forces both seen and unseen circling you right now, holding pieces of information that were never meant to stay hidden. They have guarded them, spoken about them in corners, and carried them in silence until this very night. That silence is about to shatter, and when it does, you will see faces differently, you will see motives differently, and you will understand why this was hidden from you. Your spirit already knows the atmosphere has changed. That is why your chest feels heavier, why your thoughts drift without reason, why you sense that something is coming closer. Tonight is not ordinary, it is charged, electrified, and chosen by God to bring what was unspoken into light. 333 glowing star blessing of divine exposure is released over you. Archangel Michael leans close again, and this time his voice carries weight like a sword in the air. Be steady, for when it comes, you must not fear, he declares. The energy will not come to destroy you but to free you, though freedom often comes with shock. What has been whispered in secret places about you is about to echo loudly, and it will make its way to your ears tonight. The people you thought silent may not be as silent as they appeared. The ones who smiled at you may have held back confessions that would have shaken your trust had you known earlier. But tonight, their silence has reached its breaking point, and the divine hand is stirring them to speak, even against their own will. You may not expect where it comes from. It may be from a friend who has carried guilt, from someone who betrayed you long ago, or even from a figure you never thought would reveal themselves in such a way. But it will come suddenly, like a door bursting open in the middle of the night. The truth will shock you, but it will also lift you. It will not be a weapon against you, it will be a key, and that key will unlock chains you have carried unknowingly. What they tried to keep unspoken will no longer be theirs to withhold. For 44 fire, a blessing of breakthrough is upon you now. Comment now if you feel the weight of this atmosphere around you, for you are not imagining it. There are watchers, there are listeners, and there are whispers moving even now. The air is alive with divine electricity, and God Himself has chosen to pull back the curtain tonight. As you read these words, you are aligning yourself with the moment of revelation. This is not a coincidence, it is a summoning. You were meant to be here at this exact time, in this exact hour, because tonight is chosen for your unveiling. Do not think it will come quietly. The truth rarely enters gently, it comes with fire, with trembling, and with a shaking that breaks apart everything false. It will pierce your night like lightning through clouds. God's message is clear: prepare your heart, for someone is carrying words meant for you, and they can no longer hold them back. When it comes, let it wash over you, because it is not meant to wound you, it is meant to release you. 555 Milky Way, a blessing of release and restoration is flowing to you. The suspense of this moment is thick because heaven has already moved before you. Angels have already shifted the balance, removing obstacles that once kept the truth buried. Tonight, you will stand under an open sky, and the light of what has been hidden will descend upon you. The one who shocks you may do so trembling, unable to contain what their heart has carried. Or they may release it with boldness, no longer able to deny what must be spoken. Either way, the silence will break, and you will stand in the aftermath of revelation. Your spirit will tremble, but your destiny will rejoice. For too long, you have been kept in the shadows of half-truths and secret motives, but that season ends as this night unfolds. You will not go to bed with the same understanding you had when the sun first fell. This night was marked before you were even aware of it. That is why you feel the pull, why you sense the weight, why your eyes linger on these words. Heaven has aligned you to the moment of exposure and freedom. 666 shooting star blessings of divine truth are circling you. Archangel Michael says, "There is no turning back now, for the seal of silence has already been broken in the heavens." The words that were meant to remain hidden can no longer stay chained, because the appointed hour has come. You will feel the air shift, as though the night itself bends forward, waiting for what is about to be spoken. Someone near you has been trembling under the weight of their own silence. They have carried a truth in their chest like fire, and it has burned them from the inside. Tonight, they will not be able to carry it any longer, because the hand of God is pushing them into the light. The moment will come suddenly, without warning, and it will shake your understanding of what you thought was stable. The mask will fall, and what they never dared to confess will slip from their lips like a flood that cannot be contained. You will hear words that were never supposed to reach your ears, and once they do, nothing will ever be the same again. The shock will ripple through your body, but in that trembling, you will also sense relief. For even though the truth may sting, it will also free you, tearing down the invisible walls that were built around your destiny. You will see yourself clearer, and you will see them clearer, because truth is the sword that divides shadow from light. 777 Milky Way. A blessing of freedom and vision is falling upon you now. The night may look ordinary to the eyes of men, but in the realm of spirit, it is glowing with fire. This glow is not one you can see with your natural eyes, but your soul already senses it. That strange restlessness, that sense of suspense, is not a mistake, it is heaven preparing you for the unveiling. God has chosen tonight to reveal what men have conspired to keep unspoken. Their whispers have reached a breaking point, and their silence has grown too heavy for them to bear. The hidden things that were buried in fear are now being dug up by divine force. You will not need to chase the truth, for it will come running to you. You will not need to beg for answers, for the answers will collide with you in the stillness of this night. That is the shock. What you thought would stay buried is coming forward without your effort. Your name has been carried in secret conversations, and tonight, those conversations will no longer be hidden. The veil is lifting, and you will finally understand why the pieces never seemed to fit before. What is revealed will hurt for a moment, but then it will heal like medicine poured into a wound. 888 Shooting Star. A blessing of healing is being released over you now. Comment if you feel the weight of this moment pulling closer, for even now heaven is pressing upon your spirit. You are not here by accident. You were summoned into this message, into this revelation, at this exact hour. The door to your freedom is opening, but with it comes the trembling shock of what they never wanted you to know. They had a choice to keep it hidden, but the divine has stripped that choice from them tonight. When the hand of God moves, no mouth can stay shut, no wall can stay unbroken. That is why the secret they carried will slip into the open, and the night will break into a storm of revelation. Your spirit must be ready, because when truth arrives, it often does not come wrapped in comfort. It comes raw, it comes sharp, it comes alive with fire. But that fire is cleansing you, purifying you, setting you apart for the higher purpose written over your life. Even the silence around you is trembling. The quiet is not empty, it is heavy, loaded with the weight of a truth waiting to explode. When it comes, you will understand why tonight could never have ended normally. 999 Crystal Ball. A blessing of divine power surrounds you. The faces you see tonight will carry double meanings. What seems calm on the outside may hide storms on the inside. Their eyes may look steady, but inside their soul is shaking, knowing that what they have hidden is about to be forced into the light. Do not be surprised when their words come stumbling out, because heaven is already pressing against their tongue. They may not even want to say it, but the power of God will push them past their resistance. What they release will fall like thunder into your spirit. You will remember this night for years to come, because it will mark the end of one chapter and the sudden beginning of another. God is using their hidden confession as a tool to catapult you into a different dimension of clarity. Where once you walked in confusion, you will now walk in the clarity of revelation. The one who shocks you may not even realize the impact of what they are about to reveal. They may whisper it, they may shout it, they may drop it casually as though it means nothing. But to you, it will mean everything, it will shift the ground beneath your feet. 1111 Glowing Star. A blessing of clarity and destiny is now written over you. Archangel Michael says, the veil is thin tonight, and every breath you take is closer to the moment of impact. What has been buried in silence for so long cannot remain hidden any longer. The hour of exposure has arrived, and nothing will stop it from unfolding before your eyes. The one who shocks you may carry fear in their chest, but their fear is weaker than the power of truth pressing forward. They have carried this burden too long, and their silence has turned into a weight that crushes their spirit. Tonight, heaven has loosened their tongue, and their words will find you whether you expect them or not. This night will not end in routine. The ordinary rhythm of sleep and quiet has been interrupted by divine orchestration. You may close your eyes in stillness, but your spirit will remain awake, because something unforgettable is about to strike. Do not resist the wave when it comes. Do not fear the trembling when it shakes your heart. For even though the truth may shock you, it is also the key to lifting you into the next stage of your destiny. 1212 Sparkles. Blessings of divine unlocking are flowing toward you. The person who carries this truth has lived in the shadows of silence. They have whispered to others, but not to you. They have smiled in your face, while hiding words that would have changed everything had you heard them sooner. But the time of hidden whispers is over. Heaven is pushing them, heaven is shaking them, heaven is forcing the unspoken into your world tonight. What was planned to stay sealed is about to burst open like a floodgate. You may not understand at first why this had to come now, but later you will see the design of it all. God has chosen this night because it is aligned perfectly with your breakthrough. If the truth had come earlier, you would not have been ready. If it had come later, you would have missed the timing of your release. This is why the night feels different. This is why the quiet feels alive. You are sitting in the very moment heaven has written for your freedom. 1313 Milky Way blessings of perfect timing surround you. Comment now if your spirit feels the trembling, because it is confirmation that this word is for you. Your soul already senses what your eyes cannot see yet. The divine is stirring something, and you are in the center of it. The silence before the storm is the loudest sound in the spirit realm right now. That silence is loaded, packed with a weight that cannot stay hidden. You are seconds away from the door swinging open on what they never wanted you to know. Prepare yourself, because when it comes, you will not just hear words, you will feel them shake your very core. The revelation will strip away illusions, exposing every layer that was false. And in that exposure, you will finally stand in truth that cannot be shaken again. Do not mistake this as chaos. It is divine order dressed in shock. It is the hand of God flipping the script in one night. 1414 Fire blessings of divine order are being written over your life. The night has its own heartbeat, and you can almost feel it quickening. That is because heaven's countdown has already begun. You may not know the hour or the minute, but you are standing on the edge of it. When their words strike, your world will pause for a moment. Time itself will seem to slow, and the air will grow heavy as the shock drops into your spirit. The weight of the revelation will sink into you like thunder rolling across mountains. At first, it may feel overwhelming. You may even feel like the ground has shifted beneath you. But that shaking is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to push away the false ground you stood on so the solid foundation of truth can rise in its place. After the shock comes clarity. After the trembling comes peace. After the words come freedom. 1515 Shooting star blessings of clarity and peace are now unfolding for you. The people who thought they could keep secrets have underestimated heaven. What they whispered in corners, what they held in private, is no longer theirs to contain. Divine justice demands exposure, and exposure has no patience for delay. You will see how carefully the pieces fall into place. You will realize that even betrayal and silence were allowed for a reason. What was once used against you is about to be flipped into the very key that opens your breakthrough. This night will not close the way it began. By the time the stars fade into morning, you will carry knowledge you never had before. You will carry power you were denied until now. And though the revelation will shock you, it will also confirm something deep in your spirit that you already suspected but could not prove. Heaven is delivering proof tonight. 1616 Milky Way blessings of undeniable proof are with you now. Archangel Michael says, the closer midnight draws, the thinner the barrier becomes between what was hidden and what must be revealed. You may not realize it yet, but the energy around you has already shifted. It is no longer the calm of night, it is the quiet before the explosion of truth. The one who carries this secret is restless. They may pace, they may sit still with a heavy stare, or they may remain outwardly calm while inside their heart pounds like a drum. Their silence has reached the breaking point, and heaven will not allow them to carry it into another dawn. This is why you have felt uneasy, why your spirit has been stirred without explanation. You are sensing the divine pressure building, pressing the truth upward like fire rising through cracks. It cannot stay below any longer, for tonight is the appointed moment of eruption. When it comes, it will not trickle out slowly. It will come fast, like lightning splitting the sky, like thunder crashing against stone. One sentence, one confession, one unexpected word, and your night will never again be the same. 1717 shooting star blessings of divine unveiling are falling over you. The truth may not come from where you expect. It could be a friend whose smile has hidden regret. It could be a family member who has carried guilt. It could even be someone distant who has watched silently until the pressure of heaven forced them to speak. Regardless of who it comes from, the revelation is divinely timed. It will fall into your life with precision, like an arrow shot straight into the heart of what was false. You will not need to search for it will come to you directly. The shock will leave you still for a moment, but do not let fear consume you. Heaven does not expose to destroy. Heaven exposes to free. And this freedom will shift your destiny more than you can yet imagine. When you look back, you will realize why this could not be delayed. Your growth, your healing, your future required this moment. Without it, you could not step into the fullness of what God has planned. 1818 Fire blessings of destiny alignment surround you. Comment now if you feel this pressing on your spirit. You may already know deep down that something is approaching. Your body may feel it through restlessness, your mind through racing thoughts, your soul through sudden heaviness. That is heaven's way of preparing you. Do not think of this as chaos, it is divine rearrangement. What is broken must be revealed before it can be healed. What is hidden must come into light before you can move forward unchained. You will notice signs leading up to the revelation. The way someone looks at you differently, the way a conversation shifts suddenly, the way silence grows thicker in a room. All of it is heaven aligning the moment of exposure. Be steady. The moment is close, and when it arrives, you will understand why you were chosen to hear what others were never meant to. 1919 Sparkle's blessings of courage and strength are now over you. The people who thought they could bury the truth underestimated the power of heaven's timing. They thought silence would protect them, but silence has turned into fire within their own souls. That fire will not let them rest until the words reach you. You may hear it in a whisper, or you may hear it in a sudden outburst. You may receive it through trembling words or through bold declaration. But no matter the form, it will carry the same weight, the unspoken truth finally spoken. It will shock you not only because of what is said, but because of who is saying it. The mask will drop, and the face you thought you knew will reveal a side you never expected. This is why heaven says tonight cannot end normally. The moment will test you, but it will not break you. It will shape you. It will burn away illusions, leaving you stronger, clearer, and more aligned with divine purpose than ever before. 2020 Milky Way blessings of purification and clarity are with you now. The night will seem ordinary to those who are blind to the Spirit. They will see only darkness, only quiet, only silence. But you are chosen, and because you are chosen, you can sense the storm of truth forming. Your life is about to pivot. One revelation, one moment of shock, and the entire path ahead of you will be altered. What you thought was stable will be shaken, but in the shaking, what is unshakable will stand strong. Do not fear their words, for their words are not meant to wound but to deliver. Every syllable that leaves their lips tonight is a seed of clarity planted into your destiny. The seed may sting as it enters the soil, but it will grow into a tree of strength and wisdom in your life. This is not exposure for humiliation. It is exposure for elevation. It is God's way of cutting away the rot so that only truth can stand. 2121 crystal ball blessings of elevation and wisdom surround you. Archangel Michael says, "The weight of this night is unlike any other because it carries the scent of revelation in the air. You may not hear it yet with your ears, but your spirit feels it like a vibration underneath your skin. The hour has come where what was unspoken will be forced into the open, and its shock will ripple through your soul." The one who holds this secret has already felt the trembling inside their chest. They have tried to silence themselves, biting back words that long to escape, but the pressure of heaven has grown unbearable. Tonight, their silence will no longer be theirs to keep. Do not mistake their release as a choice of their own. This is bigger than human will, this is divine orchestration. Even if they want to hold back, the words will betray them and spill into the atmosphere. And when you hear them, the ground of your understanding will split. It will not be the same again, because the truth has a way of rewriting everything it touches. 2222 Milky Way blessings of divine rewriting fall upon your destiny. The hour is fragile, yet it is unshakable in its purpose. Every moment ticking by draws you closer to the collision between silence and truth. This is why you cannot sleep easily, why the stillness around you feels heavy, why your spirit is on edge. God is preparing you so that when the shock strikes, you will not be destroyed. Instead, you will rise from it with a new strength, sharper than before. You are not being exposed to ruin, you are being exposed to rebuild. The person who shocks you may not realize they are a messenger in disguise. Their confession may come clumsy, rushed, or even unintentional, but heaven will use their words as an arrow. That arrow will pierce through confusion and lodge itself firmly into the heart of truth. What you hear will bring trembling, but then it will bring clarity. It will tear the veil that has clouded your sight, giving you the vision to see what has been hidden in plain sight all along. 2323 fire blessings of sharp vision are opening over you. Comment now if your heart already beats differently, because that shift within you is no accident. Heaven is pressing, and your spirit is answering. You are not imagining this, your soul has been tuned to the frequency of revelation. This night has been chosen, carved out from all others, marked for the tearing down of illusions. What they thought they could bury forever has already been dug up in the spirit. Now it is only a matter of time before it breaks through in the natural. Do not underestimate the power of a single sentence. Sometimes it takes only one line to burn away years of deception. Tonight, that one line will fall into your life like fire. And once it comes, the chains you didn't even know you carried will fall. Truth is liberation, and liberation has been set in motion for you. 2,424 sparkles blessings of freedom and release are flowing toward you. The person who has been silent may appear calm, but inside they are unraveling. Their spirit cannot resist the hand of God pressing them into confession. They may try to distract themselves, they may try to delay, but heaven's timing is merciless when the appointed hour has arrived. When their words break free, you will see the mask fall. You will see the tension in their face, the weight in their eyes, the trembling in their voice. For what they release is not light, it is heavy, and it has burned them too long. The moment will seem sudden, but it has been building for years. Every secret stored, every word withheld, every whisper in the dark has gathered into this explosion. And tonight, that explosion is yours to witness. Though it will shock you, do not fear. God has already gone ahead, and the shock will not harm you, it will set you free. 2,525 shooting star blessings of divine safety wrap around you now. The night is alive, though others think it still. The stars themselves are witnesses, the air itself is watching. Heaven bends low when truth is about to break free, because revelation is as holy as prayer. Your role is simple: be ready. Ready to hear, ready to hold steady, ready to rise above the trembling. Heaven will not place on you more than you can carry, but it will give you exactly what you need to move forward. When the shock arrives, it may hurt, but it will heal. It may shake, but it will strengthen. It may sting, but it will shape you into someone unbreakable. Remember, this is not the end of your night, it is the beginning of your awakening. 2,626 crystal ball blessings of awakening are being poured over you.